So in this video, I want to talk about Asian Paints. Okay, for a lot of people in India, Asian Paints is like the holy grail of investing. But we have to look at certain signals or some indications that a stock is giving, and we have to take decisions based on those signals or indications that we get. So in this video, I want to explain to you the importance of fundamentals. You must have heard me talk about fundamentals of a stock. I look for minimum 40% EPS growth latest quarter. If not 40%, then at least accelerated growth in the latest 3 quarters. You must have also heard me talk about sales. The sales minimum growth rate should be 25% latest quarter. If not 25%, then minimum 3 years of accelerated, 3 quarters of accelerated growth, right? Where did I get that criteria from? It's clearly given in William O'Neill's book. Why should I reinvent the wheel? It's already documented. 100 years of stock market data was studied, and these numbers were documented. And it was found that super performers of the past displayed these characteristics. It is as simple as that. Now let's look at the example of Asian Paints. This is Asian Paints. Okay, I've opened the MarketSmith page for Asian Paints. Now I'm not going to look at the chart, just look at the consolidated financials. Okay, I will expand this. Or let's do one thing. I will open this. I will click on consolidated. See, all of the numbers are here. The EPS growth, sales growth quarterly. Okay. And here I will go to weekly. Okay. Now notice this. In 2021, September 2021, the EPS went into negative territory. The EPS growth rate suddenly went from 160% to minus 28%. That must have sounded alarm. People who had been holding on to the stock during that time, they must have looked at this data. They should have looked at this particular piece of data. Now, I don't know why this happened. I have not read the annual report of Asian Paints. I have not read the quarterly report of Asian Paints. I'm just looking at the numbers here. And I'm explaining to you what I read from these numbers. In William O'Neill's book, it is clearly written that whenever the EPS growth rate in a quarter drops by 1/3 from 2 quarters ago, that's called as a significant decline in the growth rate of the EPS. Here, there is no decline in the growth rate. It is outright degrowth. I mean, it's going into negative territory. Forget about accelerating growth or decelerating growth. There is no growth. Okay. So it went into negative territory. By the way, these numbers, September 2021, it shows minus 28%. This is compared to September of 2020. Okay. So there could be any reason, maybe Corona or whatever be the reason. But this should have sounded the alarm for investors that this was a signal to probably stay on the fence as far as your position in the stock is concerned. Sit on cash, wait and watch the movement of the stock. So September quarter results are normally released in, say, October. So in October, let's see where the stock was in October. So this is October. No, this is October 2021, 1st October 2021. So this candle, so price is roughly around 3,200 rupees. Okay. If we go to the weekly chart, let's go to Asian Paints. Okay. This is the weekly chart. So this, see, I have drawn the quarterly. These lines represent the end of a quarter. So you notice after the end of this September quarter, I have marked 28%. So during this period, during this particular quarter, okay, let me remove the moving averages, otherwise it will become confusing. During this period, there was an incentive to sell the stock, to stay away, to stay on fence. So maybe during this candle or this candle or this candle, probably either the position size should have been reduced or the entire stock should have been sold. So roughly around 3,200 to 3,400 range. That was the range during which the stock should have been sold, or at least the position size should have been reduced. And if you would have done that, you would have saved yourself an enormous amount of time and money. Here, if you had held on, you are losing money. I cannot tell you how many calls I have received from people who are still holding on to the Asian Paint stock even after this long falling window. I got calls when the stock was somewhere around here. Okay, in spite of that fall, in spite of these poor numbers, see, look at this. It is poor in EPS trend, it is poor in price trend, it is poor in institutional demand, it is poor in group rank. Still, people want to hold on to the stock. This represents a clear lack of knowledge from investors and traders. Basic things we have to look for. Suddenly, when such kind of a drop happens, rather than trying to figure out why is it because of corona, is it because of this or that, rather than getting using your intelligence, just look at the data and come out of the stock, sit on cash, watch the movement of the stock. 3 years it has done nothing, it's just sitting flat, doing nothing, and even after all of this pain continues to collapse further. See, minus 25, minus 42. Now, do you understand the direct correlation between EPS growth rate and the price movement? Why do you think Market Smith has got EPS in 5 different places here? See, you have EPS here, you have EPS here, you have EPS here, again you have earnings EPS stability here, again you have EPS here. Why do you think 5 times you see EPS on the same screen? Because EPS is extremely important. See, minus 25%, minus 42%. Look what happened to the stock. Minus 28%. Look what happened to the stocks. 3 straight years, the stock has not moved at all. Okay, that's severe underperformance compared to the Nifty. So this is the reason why we have to look at fundamentals, especially for positional traders. Okay. If it is swing trading, then the story is different. In swing trading, we don't look at fundamentals. We give less weightage to the fundamentals. We are trying to capture the momentum. And even swing trading, we should be doing when the market conditions are in a confirmed uptrend. In these 3 states, uptrend, under pressure, rally attempt, downtrend, swing trading, I do not do swing trading in these 3 states. I take swing trade only in a confirmed uptrend. So for positional traders or even investors, this is basic information that we should be looking for. Okay, given these numbers, look at these single digit growth rate. Forget about growth. There is no growth. It's actually declining. Okay. Same if you look at HDFC. HDFC suffered single digit issues recently, but HDFC is recovering, by the way. So HDFC went flat, right? Look at this period. Around 2 to 3 years period, HDFC Bank, the most reputed private bank in India, it just went flat. You want to see why? Have a look at this. This consolidated. See, when it drops to single digits, the problem begins. Okay, it just goes flat, doesn't do much. Okay. Again, there was a collapse here. How much percent it was? It was like 5-6% down in a single day. Okay. See, you look at the EPS growth latest, it's gone into single digits. This is a problem. As I told you, the sales growth has collapsed by more than 1/3 from the 2 quarters ago. Okay, from 118%, it has gone to 13%. That is not good, right? So you have to look at these pointers and just stay away. I'm not saying that these are bad companies. These are very good companies. These are wealth creators of the past. But of the past, now we have to look at new leaders that are emerging in the market. Just compare these numbers with Dixon. Okay, where is that where I can mention the Yeah, just right here, Dixon. Just look at the numbers. Fabulous numbers you will see. Why do you think the stock is in a secular bull run? Okay. Have a look at these numbers. Aren't they drastically different from HDFC Bank and Asian Paints? Right? No wonder the stock has been continuously moving up, right? 20,000 rupees per share. So now you understand why looking at EPS growth rate quarterly, sales growth quarterly is so important. That is why I always say read chapter number 3, chapter number 4, and chapter number 7 of William O'Neill's book, How to Make Money in Stocks. Chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 7. You have to read each of these chapters 3 times. It will, if not make money, it will at least control a lot of losses. Okay. If you just study those chapters, take notes, and just follow those chapters, it will save you a lot of headache and trouble. Okay. That is what I wanted to convey through this video by giving you examples. Okay. You look at shipping stocks doubled in, like, for example, Cochin Shipyard, right? Have a look at Cochin Shipyard. The stock like doubles in 1 or 2 months. Okay, it goes from, say, what is this price? Sorry, what happened here? Yeah, have a look at this. What is this price? 877 to 3000. Oh, more than double, tripled in how much time? In less than a year, right? But then look what happens. It collapses 50% from 3000, it goes to 1500. Why do you think this happened? Look at the numbers, minus 12%, minus 48%. So the price, there is a direct correlation between price and EPS growth. This is a very simple, this is the first thing that you should be looking at when you're looking at a particular stock, right? So pay attention to when the EPS drops to negative territory, especially when this becomes negative, you are looking at a very dangerous stock. One of my YouTube subscribers, he suggested a company called Borosil Renewables. Borosil Renewables. He wanted me to look at this stock. You know, the first thing that I looked at on this stock is this number. Have a look at this. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, out of 8, 7 out of 8 quarters, it's negative EPS growth. Do you think I will put money in this company? This orange line represents the EPS line. Okay, it's declining. Do you think I will put my money in this stock? Absolutely not. So, very basic things you can look for. That's why MarketSmith is a very powerful platform in a sense that they have a platform and they have a book which tells you what to look for in a particular stock. What are the characteristics of a leading stock? They tell you what to look for. You just have to study, take notes, and follow it. If you would have followed William O'Neill's advice, you could have been out of Asian Paints in October 2021, which was 3.5 years ago, right? You could have deployed that capital somewhere else. Doesn't matter whether you are a swing trader, positional trader, investor, whatever. You should have been out of Asian Paints in October 2021 just by looking at the negative EPS growth. Doesn't matter whether it is Corona or whatever. Okay. If the numbers don't are not there, we should be out. Okay. And we should wait till situation improves. So that's what I wanted to convey in today's video. I wanted to convey to you the importance of fundamentals. Any stock we look at, we do five kinds of analysis: comparative, technical, fundamental, liquidity analysis, and market analysis. If you are a positional trader, you have to do all of these 5 kinds of analysis, preferably in less than 10 seconds, because you know what you're looking for. If you are a swing trader, you can give less weightage to the fundamentals, but there are other things that you have to look for, which is the comparative, the technical, the market analysis, and the liquidity analysis. This becomes important in swing trading. Okay, take care.